Hello, it's time for Combat Patrol Carnage. So we're here at the end of issue 7 and we've got our gaming articles. So we have a new mission where we actually learn about moving, and we also have a rundown on the rules for moving. So we get to put our tape measure stick into action. So yeah, some nice in-depth rules that we're getting into now. The next few issues we cover stuff such as other types of movement, charging, shooting, and more combat rules as well. And I believe very soon we'll be hitting the command phase, so we'll be learning the different stages of a game, which would be fun. Right, before we head to the table, don't forget to do all the usual. Like the video if you are enjoying the Combat Patrol Carnage content. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here and haven't done so already. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you're getting on with your Combat Patrol journey. What models are you looking forward to getting the most? I'm still looking forward to getting those Wraith Guard. They look amazing. I had them when they first came out. And yeah, I definitely really want to get some more of them. Once I know the numbers, I'm going to probably put in an advance order with somebody to get me some duplicate issues. Speaking of duplicate issues, if you want some duplicate issues, do check out warbay.shop, your one-stop supply for all your hobby needs. They have new and second-hand models for various different game systems. They also stock paints, paintbrushes, dice, and other gaming tokens. They also have a big catalogue of Combat Patrol and various other partworks magazines, so check them out if you're looking to pick up a specific issue. There'll be a link in the video description for warbay.shop for you to check out. And with that said, let's head to the table and we'll kick off this gaming session. Back at the table for one last time then. Here we are, we have everything we need for issue 7's mission. So 5 Barbgaunts, 5 Infernus Marines, our usual dice tokens and our data cards of course. We have our one and only game mat. I believe we'll probably get another one. Usually it's around issue 18. So by the time we get, I think, our 7th delivery. Yeah, we should be getting a new one of those very soon. Actually no, sorry, this is over 3, which goes to issue 10. So yes, 5th delivery hopefully by the time we should get our next mat, if we do get any more. We also get our first premium kit very soon, issues 15. That will be pretty cool. Right then, let's look through our our gaming tutorials first, and then we can get on and play our new mission. Alright, we'll open up our magazine. So first off then, we have movement and measuring tutorial. Moving and measuring. In Warhammer 40,000, players move their units to secure key objectives, find defensive ground, or to seek the best possible position from which to attack the enemy. Some units are swift while others are lumbering, but all follow the same rules for movement. Here you'll learn the basics of moving. Measurements in inches. All measurements in Warhammer 40,000 are made in inches, from movement to how far your weapons can shoot. Rather than writing out inches every time, measurements are shortened to the quotation marks there. So 5 quotation means 5 inches. I think it's a double colon, I think, like that. Where did I put my tape measure actually? So I'll bring that in so we can look at it. So the ruler. From now on, you will move your units freely. You can use the ruler found in this issue to measure how far your units can move. You can also use a standard tape measure or ruler to do this, provided it is marked in inches. So as we can see here, 1 square or rectangle equals 1 inch, 2 squares or rectangles equal 2 inches, and then the third will 3, and so on. The ruler is broken into 12 1-inch chunks. It is transparent, meaning you can hold it over your models to measure distance between them. To measure distances longer than 12 inches, measure the full distance of the ruler, place a die or marker at that point, and pick the ruler up and continue measuring from that point. So yeah, there we go. Quick movement tutorial there. Model bases. Models in Warhammer 40,000 come in all shapes and sizes, but their bases are standardized. All measurements are made from a model's base, and movements between two models are made between the closest points of their bases. Movement and coherency. Whether they are marching Space Marines or skittering termagants, units in Warhammer 40,000 all move in similar ways, following similar rules. In this guide, you will learn the basics of moving your models and how to keep your larger units in coherency during the combat patrol battles. So on datasheets, we'll find our move value under M. So for Infernus Marines here, it's 6 inches. Moving models, you start by placing your ruler in front of the model's base, and you move it to the point where it meets your desired movement. So in this example, we're only moving it 5. We have the basic rules of unit coherency. So models have to be within 2 inches of another model from your same squad. I believe it has to be 2 models. Once you have a unit as 10 or more, you have to be within 2 inches of 2 other models. As we see here in this example, our Infernus Marines are all in coherency to each other. The battlefields of the 41st millennium are littered with obstacles. A cunning general must know how to maneuver around all of them. In this guide, you'll learn more on how to move your units. So where can you move? So in this example, our Infernus Marines are wanting to move. They can't move to the left as that will take them off board. So you can't, under normal circumstances, leave a board. Special rules and missions might state you can. So those can be, that will be dependent on the mission you're playing. They can't move to the right, as that will take their path through an enemy unit, which they can't do. They could take the long way around it, but that wouldn't be very good for them. So their only real direction is to move forwards. As we're considering this here, the edge of the battlefield, they can't really move any further back. So their only clear path is forwards. But like I said, they could take a long path around, but we have to be wary of engagement range. So each model has an invisible 1-inch diameter around it, where this is considered to be the engagement range. So normally you can't step within engagement range of an enemy model unless you have charged and you are about to commit to close combat. Finally, moving units. When you move a unit, there's a way you can do things quickly, which is you move your front rank and then your back rank will move up to be exactly where they were before, directly behind the enemy. So here we see the Infernus Marines move up. So we'll move the first 2, the 6 inches, and then the last 3 will move up behind, completing their move. Finally, we have a tutorial about weapon and threat ranges. Positioning is key for warfare in the 41st millennium. Commanders must consider more than their weapons their troops are armed with, but where the foe will be and at which point on the battlefield they must seize to press the greatest advantage. In this guide, you will learn about weapon ranges and threat ranges. So, weapon ranges are, of course, the range of your weapons, which will be detailed on your data cards. So, all ranged weapons from Pyreblasters to Fleshballs have a range, which tells you how far they can shoot. So, Pyreblaster here is 12 inches. So, measure 12 from the base of the model. We find out that the Tyranid Prime here is in Pyreblaster range. But these Von Reiner Leapers are more, looks like they look about 15 inches away, so they're definitely out of range. Threat ranges and line of sight. So a threat range is usually the range of your unit's movement plus their weapon range. So in this example, we have a threat range of 18 inches, so our movement is 6 and our range of 12. We also have this piece of terrain here blocking blocking our point of view, so we can't target the Winged Tyranid Prime here. So in this example, we have to move around the piece of terrain to the point that we can actually draw a straight line, which doesn't go through any part of the terrain card. Right, time for our latest scenario. So, every Tyranid organism is a mere tendril of the massive hive mind. Waking the swarm. Despite the valiant efforts of the Space Marines, the Tyranid swarm continues to swell. Amid twitching hive nodes, clutches of termagants are growing. Ever proactive, the Space Marines have dispatched a strike team to shatter one such hive node. First, though, they will need to slay the Barbgaunt guarding it. Fighting the Tyranids takes more than frontal assaults. Even the Space Marines could not stand against the swarm forever. To truly defeat such a foe, a commander must strike at the bizarre biological infrastructure that supports the Tyranid swarm. Space Marines are well equipped for such lightning raids. While Infernus Marines are perfect for attacking Tyranid territory, one such Infernus squad has been sent to destroy a vital clutch of Tyranid breeding organisms. However, the hive mind is cunning and has whole subspecies of Tyranids specifically bred for defense. Even without guidance, Barbgaunts make perfect guardians for sites such as this, firing on any non-Tyranids they detect with hails of shattering fire. To attack such a foe, the Infernus squad must be canny. By taking advantage of the bulbous infestation sites that litter the Tyranid territory, the Infernus squad may be able to avoid visual detection by the Barbgaunts, revealing themselves in the last minute and incinerating their foes in a storm of purifying fire. It'll take skill, speed, and more than a little luck for the Space Marines to secure victory. Scenario 3, Waking the Swarm. A new stage of the Tyranid infestation is dawning, and the Space Marines must strike hard to stop it from reaching full fruition. By striking at a well-defended hive cluster, the warriors of the Electus Astartes hope to cripple the Tyranids' ability to reinforce their front lines. First, though, the Space Marines must destroy a pack of Barbgaunts. Gather your data cards. For this battle, you will need the data sheets for your Infernus Marines and Barbgaunts. You'll also need 2 Tyranid Battlefield Essential cards shown on the map below. So a large one here and the armoured one there. How to win. In this mission, your goal is to move forward with the Infernus Marines, using cover to avoid being attacked by the Barbgaunts. You win if you slay all of the Barbgaunts with your shooting attacks. So, we set up our units on a mat with the Infernus Marines in one corner, the Barbgaunts in the other corner, and we have our terrain which seems to block the entire square, so meaning we can't move through here. So we're going to have to do things the long way, or the extra long way. So we got a couple of examples of turns. So for this turn, our Space Marines move forward 6 inches. The Barbgaunts have visibility through this channel here, so weirdly we can see through here, but we can't move through here. I think it's not trying to say. So yeah, the Barbgaunts have a line of sight, so they can actually shoot. Turn 2, the Space Marines move. They are now hidden, so the Barbgaunts can't see the targets. They move again, now visible. The Space Marines try to shoot if they are within range. If not, they will skip the step and then move to Barbgaunt shooting. And then we got our victories. So there we go. Right, I'll set up the battlefield and we will get on with our latest mission. So here we are, all set up and ready to play our game. So we've got our Infernus Marines deployed down in this corner. You can just about see the first couple of members. Barbgaunts are deployed up in the top corner with their data cards next to each other. We have our Tyranid terrain pieces set out. And we start with the Space Marines. So, dice and wound markers are set up to my side. We'll grab our awesome new movement. I can't even say that with a straight face. Movement stick, and we'll move our first model. So we'll move 6 inches of this guy. Same with this guy. This guy. And our final 2 members. There we go. So that's 12. So can we actually see that guy? Can't draw a line of sight. This guy can. This guy can. This guy might be able to. And this guy definitely can't. So we have, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say we've got 3 guys in range, so that gives us 3d6 shots. Wow, okay, these guys are the best shooters of the squad, obviously. So 6, 6, and 5. Alright, 4 to hit the Infernus Marines. Okay, they seem to carry the most ammunition, but hit about half the shots, so not too bad. And to wound with strength 5, toughness 4, so freeze. Five wounds, no AP. So what I say is 2 at a time. Fine. 1 wound taken. Ouch, and 1 Infernus Marine has been slain. Okay, so on to the Space Marines next turn. So again, we'll move. And we'll move up to the point where we're still covered by the, where we're all covered by the terrain. There we go. Barbgaunt shooting. Again, we can't draw a straight line without passing the terrain, so we skip the Tyranid's turn. And now we're on to the Space Marine's turn. So in order to pass the terrain, we actually have to move at least 1 inch out. So we'll go 2. That gives us 4 inches to move forward. So this guy's going to have to move 3. And then 3. This guy can move a straight line, pretty much. So 6. And our sergeant can do the same at the back here. Moving him up to 6. And we have 2 guys that are actually in range of a target. So 2d6 shots. Oh, I want that result again. No, 5, I'll take that. 10 auto hitting shots. Strength 5, toughness 4, so freeze. Only 3 failed, not bad. No AP, so turn against save of a 4+. Ouch, okay. Each one has 2 wounds, so that's 1, 2, and a half dead. Bang, bang. And 1 wound. Barbgaunt get to shoot back, so 3d6 shots. Another high roll, so 6, 10, 14. Fours. Not too bad, only 7 misses. And freeze the wound. Ouch. Only 3 wounds, so 3 saves on our Infernus Marines, roll them all at the same time, and a single wound is taken. Over then to the Space Marines' turn. We'll move up to get everyone in range as best they can. And yeah, everybody's in range. So it's going to be 4d6 automatic hits. Six, 10, 16. I missed a blue dice, I'll use that instead. Roasting Tyranids on freeze. Ooh, that's good. We definitely roasted Tyranids. Right. That's a lot of saves. So 1 save, saved. Second, that kills our wounded guy. Then we can roll them 2 at a time. 1 wound. 1 at a time. Dead. And we might as well roll all of them. Can we make 2, 4, 6, 8 4-up saves? No, we can't. That's 3, 4 fails, so our last Barbgaunt is definitely dead. And yeah, I think that is very definitely a Space Marine victory. So they can move on to purging the rest of the area, taking out the breeding facility. So, right, that done. Let's move down to the magazine again. I'll give you the victory as well as I look into the next issue. So, there we go. That is our game for issue 7. We'll flip towards the back where our victory spiels is. Hide the Tyranid one. Because we received a Space Marine victory. With boots, blades, and purging flame, the Infernus squad finish off the Barbgaunts. They now turn their attention to the bulging sacks, in which swarms of termagants are being bred. If the Space Marines can destroy these, perhaps they can save themselves from being completely overwhelmed by the swarm. And we'll find that out in the next issue as we get to add paint to our termagants, and we'll deploy them for the first time. So, speaking of next issue, issue 8 gives us our second part of the issue. In that video, I'll be painting them, as I'll have all models built anyway. We learn about the Second Tyrannic War and some other awesome information. And we also learn about charging into combat as we see our Infernus Marines assaulted by our new termagants and 3 Von Rhino Sleepers. Next, we get to add some new colours to our models with 2 new paints in issue 9. So Abaddon Black and Retributor Armour. So I'll bring in 2 models. So Retributor Armour is going to be used on the trim and the chest eagle details. Abaddon Black is going to be used on the joints in the armour and gun casings. On our Barbgaunts and all other Tyranids, Abaddon Black is going to just be used on our claws, hooves, and the carapace here on our guns. So yeah, looking forward to painting some new models. Or adding colours to old models even. So there we have it. Right, that's it for issue 7. The only thing I got to hand from issue 7 is that. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget, of course, then to check out warbay.shop. Link in the video description. Don't forget as well to like this video if you're enjoying the content and subscribe to the channel. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time on Combat Patrol Carnage. Goodbye.